I find it helps if I add myself to the stream. We'll try it again. Hi everyone and welcome to One Six Figure Focus, and you're very welcome to episode number 31 of The Focus, where today we're going to talk about obviously figure news and figures that are on the horizon. So let's roll the intro. Right, that was like the most unprofessional live stream open, but like,
have you seen my channel before?
That's where I got it from, man. Guys, how you doing?
Amazing today, thank you.
I was actually talking to Alan, but fair enough, Marco. It's not all about you, man.
The important guest, there you go.
Yeah. Sorry, Marco, you're doing good, yeah?
Yeah, I'm still working today, so a little lunchtime stream, but appreciate the invitation, man. It's been a while since we streamed together.
I appreciate anytime anyone jumps on, because I'm desperate for I'm going to go live in 3 minutes and send out links. It's just like, and Alan, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I live for the short notice. I live for
that. If ever there was an opportunity to say you live for the link, man, that was it. That was it. So you've taken off the daddy cape today and got the kids to bed and stuff.
Yeah, until one of them gets up, and then I'll. My wife's off work this week, so she's downstairs.
Do you want to like send them the link now, and they can just hop on, like, you know.
He'd look. My eldest little boy would love to. Actually, I ask him what he wants to be when he grows up. He's like, I want to be a YouTuber. I'm like, okay. We asked him actually a few weeks ago, do you want to be an astronaut or a YouTuber? And he was just like, YouTuber, easily.
You haven't told him about the lack of money here, like, have you?
Don't shatter his dreams just yet.
Yeah.
He's 8. I'll wait until he's 10.
It's funny. I grew up next to an airport, and I love planes, and I still do. Like, but I when I was a kid, like a lot of kids want to be a pilot, and I just remember like we were at some family gathering, and I think it was like my friend's aunt. Like she's had a few drinks, and she's like, oh yeah. My friend's husband is a pilot, and all he does is he flies from Shannon to London 6 times a day, and he says he's a glorified bus driver and hates it. And I'm like, I was 10, and I was like, right, the dreams are shattered. She's there smoking a cigarette, explaining this, not realizing the influence she was having on this 10-year-old. Yeah,
not exactly Top Gun, is it?
It's not exactly Top Gun, no. Yeah, but anyway, so we've just explained how my dreams were shattered as a kid, and no, I'm only joking. And then we're going to address some of the chat. So, William Owens, thanks very much for being here. I saw your comment actually on one of the, I think it was my Mark 47 short I did today, and I agree. I love that Mark 47. Andre is here. Evening. Is it Nishan? Hey everyone, thanks for being here. William Owens, looking forward to that. Hydro Stamper. Bubba Fettuccini. Just makes me hungry every time I read out that handle. We have Gigi. Is that your Gigi?
That is my Gigi. I'm actually her Marco, for being honest.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's actually, yeah, good. That was a test. Yeah, it was a test.
There you go. I normally fail those, but...
Yeah. This is not your first rodeo. You're just like, no.
You learn the hard way a lot of times.
Yeah. Just picked up an Axbo's local comic books to 20% off. That's not bad. Like, you picking that up in hand. I went to... I was in Dublin at the weekend, and I went to a lot of the shops and just had a look. And some of the I was in a local comic book shop. Man, the markup for paying the Dublin rent and everything, it's significant. Some of the prices were just insane. It was like, I can't justify supporting this. It was crazy. And it smelled like BO, so I probably won't go back there for a while. No.
It's hard
Mentioning no names. It wasn't great. KS is here. Focus, how are you doing? I'm Lake Mabane. Greetings and salutations. How are you? Guests. Yeah, we've guests for a change. Yeah. Scott McDowell. Bennikin's here. We've got Seifel as well. Mike Fayella with the exclamation marks. You know it's not him if there's no exclamation marks. Deadpool Red Suit. Mr. Mom Ryan might actually be joining us lately as well. X-Man Supreme. How are you doing? Brandon Salad. And finally, I know I legally own you now, but it doesn't feel that way.
That's a Parks and Rec reference right there.
Ah, right. I was wondering what the quotation marks. I need to watch Parks and Rec. I've never even watched an episode.
Oh boy, you definitely need to. It's pretty close to my line of work, and so a lot of it's not funny because it's just too realistic in the way that some of these situations
Too
unfold.
close to the bone.
That's right.
Gotcha. I'm going to fly through just some basically outline the live stream so I can give the chat a chance to escape. So going to very, very quickly go through some of the new videos and new live streams on my channel. Then we're going to talk about white vision. It'll be a whistle stop. I think we've spoke about them already. I know I've seen Marco speak about them, I believe. But we'll go through that, and we'll go through the Hydra Stomper, Axe Wolves, and then we're going to main focus will be on the horizon, basically outline some things in 2023 that we're looking forward to. And Ryan, aka Mr. Mom's Collectibles, should be joining us. Joining us in a few minutes. So far, again, since it was monetized, since the first super chat that I got in August 1st, Marco's actually here for this. Brandon Salad dropped a $20 super chat, and then I announced that all proceeds revenue from my channel, super chats, super likes, super stickers, and the massive amount of ad revenue that YouTube gives us will be added up and given in the new year. Basically, all the stuff from the 1st of August to the 31st of December will be gathered up and proceeds given to the Temple Street Children's Hospital, which is our national hospital here in Dublin. So far, as a collecting community, we've raised €802.61, and
that's
YouTube
beautiful.
It's nice, yeah. I thought, I figured I figured that the community would be generous. Like you mentioned, like that you're not keeping the super chats. It kind of people start listening a bit more, and then it's for sick kids. People listen a bit more. I thought maybe a few €100. I didn't think that we possibly could break the €1,000 mark. So it's going to feel great to just giving that to Temple Street Children's Hospital, and I'm pretty sure you can dedicate it to certain children. It's actually quite sad. I'll link the site the day we do it. But when you go in, you can see on the hospital's website, there's actually certain kids you can donate the money to, and it explains what their conditions are. I'm pretty sure I have that right, but I'll be transparent when I do it. But massive thank you to anyone. And again, no one's under any obligations. We do this because we love it. My thoughts on Loki. Loki was a controversial one. My thoughts on Strange. Black Friday deals. This isn't a great live stream. This one, the one we're on now, is better. This one here is a good one worth to watch, because I think Lion Rock are still actually... No, they're not doing the discount code anymore, but there was some... I cross-compare some discounts from Lion Rock to Sideshow and a few others. Right, releases. So, who wants to take the lead here? Do you want to go, Alan or Marco? I'm going to talk about White Vision first.
I'll let Alan go first, since he's the more esteemed guest on this stream.
Good stuff. And he's just hung the cape up. He was busy being super dad all day. So what do you think, Alan? I'll just flick through these pictures and you can tell me to stop if you need to.
I think it looks cool. It's not for me. I don't have the regular Vision. I would like Vision in general, but it's just kind of been edged out by other things. And if I was going to get one, I would get that one. But as I said, it's cool, and it'd make a nice companion, I think, to that one. But yeah, I don't really have. It makes me nervous looking at it because it's so white. I just touching it and handling it, I think. Oof.
Just one wrong move. Yep.
Yeah, one chocolate roll, and it's done for. Same with the white suit Black Widow. Just makes me nervous.
Yeah, that's one of those ones you have to kind of almost have all the doors open between your collection room and the bathroom. Go wash your hands and dry your hairs and make sure you don't actually touch anything on the way in.
And then
you should probably be doing that anyways, though, right?
Yeah, when I repost the figures, I tend to. It's more not that I don't wash my hands. It's more like that I even obviously wash your hands, but when you go in, you might have to open a door, and you might know what's on the door. Then there could be something on it, like a little, I don't know, whatever might be on a door, grease or something. Who knows? I know I get what he's saying. Cheetos, I believe, is what you have to avoid in the States. Would that be right, Marco?
Oh yeah.
That's right. Flamin' hot Cheetos, to be specific.
See this part here. Was this always kind of
I was just about to say, there's a lot more kind of off-white parts that I didn't notice first time around.
Yeah, so I went back and looked at the prototype because I had the same exact thought, and it looks pretty consistent with what they showed previously. But in my mind, it was a lot more all white, like this kind of what you're seeing here. Like I didn't pick up on the more off white or yellow sections.
What is this on his face?
A unicorn horn, right? That's what I've heard it be called.
God, like some of the Hot Toys accessories, like I don't tend to use them. I'm so biased when it comes to them. There are some that I've used. I've used the Boba Fett flamethrower effect and the incinerator. They seem quite good. They actually seem convincing. But this is great.
Nah.
Yeah, figure looks cool though.
Yeah, it does look a bit like. I know it's intentional, but it looks like it's gone yellow over time. That type of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like especially there, I'm like, ooh. You know,
when you take a bite of an apple and you leave it down for 5 minutes and you come back, he's been oxidized.
When you're buying a G.I. Joe at the flea market, this is what they look like already.
Yeah, the sculpt looks great though. Like the head sculpt looks really good. It's got that kind of really kind of not vacant, but White Vision looked very kind of. I don't know. It looked a lot meaner than regular Vision. I think. Yeah. Well, I suppose
that makes perfect sense because he kind of he looks like soulless, which is good. I think it looks great for anyone who's interested in it. What about yourself, Marco?
You know, this is one that I contemplated adding to the collection when it was announced. I'm really excited for that WandaVision Wanda, even with the Multiverse of Madness version coming out. I still really am excited for that version. So I thought about this one, but Shane, I've got a saying, sometimes you got to pass on things you like to add things you love. No, I'm kidding. I know that's your saying there.
You're speaking my language.
Right.
It's
that's
true,
totally all you. Yeah.
Even when I'm even I'm even disciplined and I'm looking at the things that got come in and I'm like, right, how many spaces do you have? How many things you've got coming in? Like, where's the sustainability here, Shane? I'm having conversations with myself and I'm picky, so I don't understand if someone is really impulsive, unless they've got a massive, huge basement and unlimited funds, you're going to be in trouble.
So easy to let it slip away quickly, right? And
do you have a regular vision?
I don't, and so that's why I was like, okay, well, if I'm going to have, I was kind of big on adding the companion pieces for a while. I think I've kind of slowed down on that concept because I like how the figures look by themselves for the most part. There's a handful of them that you could pair together, but standalone is really, I think, the way I like to display. So I think I've ruled out that I don't need a vision. It's a nice character. I enjoy him from everything from Civil War to in the show, but he's definitely not a character that I need to have in my collection.
Yeah, man. I think this, apart from that little thing, the unicorn narwhal thing, I watched Elf and they had the narwhal and it was in my head and someone said it on the stream the other day. I think it looks great though. I do think it looks great in proportions and head sculpt. I think they had to capture that soulless, dead look in his eyes, and I think it looks pretty cool. But I'd say we're probably ready to move on to the Hydro Stomper now. I'd say at this stage, are we? So I won't be picking this up. We'll take a look at the Hydro Stomper. And were you fans of What If?
Yeah, I did quite like it. I think the Doctor Strange episode is probably everyone's favorite, but it was definitely mine.
Yeah, I'd say. Yeah, sorry, Marco, go on.
Oh, no, sorry to cut you off, but I was pretty lukewarm when it came to What If. I think that was kind of the start of me being underwhelmed by Phase 4. I was like, I want to love this. I love the concept. I was so excited for it, but it just fell flat for me in a lot of respects. There were some really standout episodes, but this one was not one of them for me.
Yeah. I'm just going to address a few super chats here before we move on. Just for the people that don't know, Boba Fettuccine has pretty much dropped $4.99, not on every live stream for the last few weeks, but every premiere. He's always there, and it's extremely generous, and I'm glad it's going to a good cause. And this man, I don't know if he drinks, but if I ever see him, I owe him a pint at least, or a bowl of pasta. We're getting down to the wire, guys and gals. Let's get it to $1,000 and beyond for the kids. # for the younglings. Like literally every single stream I do, he's there, and that's just awesome.
What a legend!
Very much appreciated. Yeah, another hero. Not all heroes wear capes. Trevor from 1-6 Shooter, congratulations on this, Shane. More for the kids, massively appreciated. Thank you very much. And yeah, definitely looking forward to get onto the 1/6 pack as well. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to 1/6 Shooter on YouTube. Thank you, Trevor. Appreciate that. Justin's review came out today. I think the end game low-key looked pretty good. I'm going to watch that after this. That's one I might actually ask the boys about, because I know one person got a bit trigger happy during the week, I think. Paul Bettany profile is really good. I do think so. The real choice is who will post pics of regular Vision sitting on the back of a unicorn Vision. That's going to happen. That's funny.
You could put
That's
Deadpool
funny.
on there as well.
Yeah, Deadpool goes everywhere, you know. The thing is gorgeous, so scented, but doesn't fit my collection, and there's no room anyway. I presume he's talking about Vision, or possibly this. Riley Reviews here. How are you, Riley? Good to see you guys. Good to see you, Riley. How are you doing? He got a Sunday off work, I think, yesterday. I was watching him on not Rail, whose stream was it? Will's stream, sorry. I think putting an army helmet on cap would look cool with the Hydro Stamper and maybe a 1/6 tank on display. Single Songwriter, great to see you in here. Good point as well. Marco, what you think?
Yeah, so I did see this prototype in person. It looked really, really nice. But I'm just not a big fan of the animated style for these figures, for these Hot Toys. If they were a bit cheaper, if they were like priced at like, okay, this is kind of our entry level, is a little bit of a different tier, then I would understand. But I'm in the Hot Toys game for the realism. And so I think it captures the spirit of the show for sure. But, you know, kind of not really loving the show, plus it being animated. Although it's a really cool piece, and I'm glad that they're doing something a little bit different with the Hydra Stomper, it's just really not for me at all.
I agree with everything you just said. I'm in it for the realism. I have yet to get a figure from an animated TV series. I don't collect the Clone Wars. I've said it a million times already. I won't be picking up anything from What If. The only difference is I actually thought What If was an amazing concept, and some episodes I thought were so good. That Ultron episode was. I love the Doctor Strange one, and I thought this one featuring the Hydra Stomper was good. But that one about Ultron, he had the intelligence, and just the thought of what if he was paired with the stones, and how far they got it, as in, oh, now we can do this, now we can do this, now we can do this, and it just seemed like a real menacing, unbeatable foe. I thought that was really, really good. I really liked that. But Alan, holy crap! Sorry,
Breaking
Alan,
news there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Wow.
I'm gonna have to. It's.
I'll go for it.
Right. Mark P, thanks very much for your donation. Really, really appreciate it, Mark P. Again, no one's under any obligation. It's all going to a good cause. All the proceeds from August 1st to December 31st. This is not the first time this guy has done something like this. Let's just be clear, because I've been on streams before, not on my own channel. But William owns $100. Like, I don't know what to say. I mean, I'll keep it simple. Like, I've been a movie fan since as long as I can remember. Like, I'm pretty sure Marco and Alan are the exact same. My collecting is rooted in my love of movies and TV shows, and been a collector for such a long time, and obviously in the Hot Toys game in a long enough time. And I never thought that people would that the concept of being able to go on and talk to people from all over the world about things that you love, and people give you money for it, albeit this money is going to be given to charity, it's just mind-boggling. But the generosity, that is, William, like, I don't know, I'll just read the chat, I suppose. We need to reach $1,000. I can't think of a more deserving charity. William, that's massively appreciated. I just, what do you say, guys? You know what I mean?
It's beautiful to see, honestly.
Yeah, it's just, yeah. Faith and humanity restored. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Really do appreciate it. And I will, of course, do a live stream and outline the total and exactly where, when we know it's going to. I might just generally give it to Tempest Street Children's Hospital, or pick a certain child or something like that through their website. So thank you very much.
Legend.
Yeah, it's just like, that's just crazy.
How awesome.
Yeah, unreal. So what I was saying is, yeah, I agree with you, Marco. I don't tend to collect the animated stuff. I am in it for the realism, but I certain episodes of What If just blew my mind. It's particularly that Ultron one. What about yourself, Alan? Any interest in this?
If I had unlimited budget and unlimited space, maybe.
Yeah.
I think like you guys have said, the animated style is a very kind of it's an extreme one, I think, and I think I've watched a few streams about this release, and I think everyone's kind of said it does look a bit toyetic. But I mean, I'd love to see more of the figures come out and like build the collection out more. I'm sure someone will pick them all up, and I'll really enjoy seeing the images. But it's definitely not for me. Plus, I think it's pretty huge. So I think I've got any room.
Yeah, this very much this kind of one of those figures that puts the toys back in Hot Toys, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It looks like it very much looks like a toy. And I know people will say, but Hot Toys are toys, but they're not really. Like, this looks like it could be played with. Hot Toys, I know people will say play with them. They really mean pose it and take photos and stuff like that, which is, I suppose, playing with it in a way. Like, but it's it's definitely not for me. I did like the episode, but no, not for me personally. Any final thoughts on that, or before we move on to?
Looks cool.
Yeah,
not for me.
It's like everyone kind of goes quiet, and it's like, that's all right.
It's that about summarizes it. It's just all right.
I think it's one of those ones that you're kind of happy for the people that are buzzing about it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Oh no, this little guy.
Yeah,
I think that looks really cool.
Shane, you and I are in the same boat with that, where it's like, I think Joelle sent it as a joke. It's like, oh, it actually looks kind of cool. I kind of would add that to my Christmas display.
Yeah, it's like, oh God, how lame. Immediately Google's where to get it. Like,
that's right.
Yeah, I must. After the live stream, I'll go down and I'll post. I've got 2 ornaments on my Christmas tree. I think the Mandalorian fans will really like, and I got them a few years back, and I really like them. Yeah, but I'll post them anyway. So, Axe Wolves, I will donate. I will donate. With no googling, I will donate $50 straight away here if either of the two of you can tell me who this actor is.
Sorry.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, your money's safe, shit.
Yep. Money's safe. I haven't actually contributed anything so far. Like, so I will be making a contribution before I sign off, before I send the final amount in. But Alan, you go first on this one. Talk to me. Is this one you're clamoring to get, or what?
No, if I got it, it would be the first Star Wars figure I ever got, and I don't think I'd want to. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to waste it on Axe Wolves.
This is not where to start for sure.
No. I get a bit Mandalorian blind, especially with the the obviously I know Bo-Katan and oh God, what's the other one? I forgot what her name is. The one that's yet to come out.
There's Casca Reeves.
Casca Reeves, yeah. I mean, I was going to say I know her, but obviously I don't.
That head sculpt is phenomenal.
It looks stunning, doesn't it? Like, I think Star Wars do some really great portraits, and I'm very tempted to kind of pick a few up. I know Vader. I've got my eye on that, the Obi-Wan Vader. But I feel a bit like a fake fan because I'm not like a big Star Wars guy. But yeah,
Vader, you don't need to explain yourself.
Yeah, it kind of transcends, doesn't it? I think.
Is it the Kenobi Vader you're
oh yeah, with the split down the helmet.
It's probably best not to be a real Star Wars fan though, because then you learn to really hate it, right? That's the marker of a real Star Wars fan.
That's the true mark. When you've got really, really toxic about Star Wars, you're hardcore, like, So
I really enjoyed The Last Jedi. To be fair, like I really liked it, like more than.
And that was the last time he was ever on the stream. Like
Alan,
haven't you know how this works? You're not allowed to disagree with me in my stream. That's not. We don't bring you on here for a fresh perspective. We bring you on here and you nod and smile, and don't be coming in here with that. The sequels were good. Like, oh my God.
Alan, I'm going to join you. There you go. Yeah. Last Jedi specifically. It's a quality movie. There's some weaknesses to it, but
yeah, true. But it was on TV a few weeks ago, and I just kind of put it on. And I was invested. I was like, oh, because I'd seen it once before when it came out on Blu-ray. And I was like, oh, okay, this is good. You know, they made some decisions, they made some choices, which I was like, oh, okay. But watching it again, I was like, wow, this is a really good film. But I'll, you know, Axe Wolves, no.
There were some parts I were like, I really like. Well, the one the walkers are firing at him, and he kind of just brushes it off. There were some cool bits, like in fairness. I've watched it more than I've watched The Rise of Skywalker. Rise of Skywalker is the only Star Wars movies that I've ever seen once. Like, I went to see it in the cinema and I went, that's enough.
I went back to rewatch it thinking like, okay, it can't possibly be as bad as I remember. Oh, it was worse than I remembered.
Yeah.
Do you know when you have like an annoying friend or something, or maybe like not a friend, someone like maybe like an old work colleague or something that you had to spend time with and you tolerated them, and then you're like,
don't talk about,
you see them years later and go, oh, maybe they've grown up a bit, and you meet them and you're like, no,
still the same.
That's
still the same dickhead.
Yeah.
It's just the thing that got me with Rise of Skywalker. I watched it on Disney Plus when it first came on Disney Plus, and I was like, oh, they're making some really bold choices, but then they're going back on them, like killing Chewbacca and things like that. I was like, oh wow, that's, you know, they're not pulling any punches. And then it was like, oh no, he's alive. I was like, oh, yeah. What are we doing? And obviously, like, just resetting everything that Rian Johnson had done. I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
You know,
and then there was the ultimate, somehow Palpatine survived.
That's right. Even somehow. That doesn't bother me so much. But I think the fact that it came out the same year as Endgame, right? Or around the same time.
Yeah, I think so.
And it's like, okay, one franchise knew how to wrap up. Yeah, there you go. So like a little after. And it's like one franchise knew how to wrap it up and like have these really bombastic moments and have a lot of payoffs. And then these folks just limp to the finish line. And it's like, okay, let's just get this done.
Yeah.
It just, because it's I don't want them to bring back Robert Downing Jr. as Iron Man. I think they've tied it up really nice. And it means that there was an emotional kick in that movie. You know what I mean? But bringing him back, it's like, yeah, we all love RDJ, but like it'll just kind of undo
his
everything.
Variant, on the other hand.
Sorry?
It's going to be his variant whenever they bring him back, right? It's like, okay,
yeah, see, the multiverse means you can do whatever you want, like, you know. So
I don't know if they can afford him anymore.
Yeah, you know, the thing is, like, if they start the multiverse in Star Wars, they're going to end up making Rogue 2. Like, it's like, and I'm pretty sure they're dead. There was a nuclear blast. Like, again, that's not my joke. I saw it somewhere. Like, just thanks very much to the Empire Strikes Again for the £5 super chat. Let's get to 1K. I think with when YouTube pays out this month, I think we're there. I think we're very, very close, because I know there's a bit of a lag of €100 because they haven't paid out this month. So I think we're very, very close, if not there. So I will keep you informed. So thank you very much. Single songwriter. I remember in 2020 during lockdown, where like a lot of people, we were binging streams, and I saw you everywhere. Like, and you know, it was like, and now like you're watching one of our streams. I think that's really cool. I do appreciate it. I know I've said it before, but I do appreciate it. Big thank you to all who help and give for a good cause. Your kindness does not go unnoticed. I haven't even given a penny in my defense. It's all the community's money. Like, but I will donate something before I finish up. Beskar Kid just says the disrespect. He says it's Costco. KS in there with Simon Cassiandes. Cassiandes. I'd say I'm butchering that. Lake McBain. A little. Is it Mando Madness? Would that be? Or maybe I missed a little like madness. I've lost me there. Sorry, I'm butchering that. So this axe, I wanted to have 3, but I'm thinking just bow and Casca. Anyone want to enable me on axe? To be honest, the Casca I really think looks so good. Like, if the head sculpt turns out that good, that would nearly... And if they do something amazing in Season 3, I think you need the 3 of them. Head sculpt or not, I think this will look great with the 3 of them. These are all figures that... These kind of Powerade crew, the Powerade Death Watch, like, I just like the blue, man. I like the blue.
I just don't think you need this guy. I mean, unless he just goes super cheap, then swoop him up. But just buy a $150 Death Watch Mando if you really want a placeholder like this guy is.
That shop actually that I was in the weekend, I got to see the Death Watch Mando like posed very badly, I might add. It looked really good though. It looked really good. Like it just
that's one I've been tempted to get for a while, but it's like I don't need that figure.
They're the ones I have to avoid. They look great, but I don't love them. Axe is the one I'm least psyched about. I got him because of the 20% off and to complete the Night Owl trio. I just think there's going to be some amazing display. Can you imagine when Jeddah gets his hands on this, or Justin, or like the big posers out there? It's going to look fantastic. Haven't even unboxed him. He'll be behind Bow and Co. That's funny. Or Bow and Co. maybe when they get released.
I approve because he got the 20% off, so I say well done.
There you go. Like it's and it's a reasonably priced figure, so fair play. 41 in the chat. Thank you very much appreciated. No such thing as a real Star Wars fan. No, yeah. What's poppin' people? It's the first time Loco came into a live stream and didn't say what's poppin' people first. Loco, how are you?
He's changing.
Oh yeah, Focus. There was a Star Wars marathon this weekend, and I sat and watched A New Hope. Dude, that's... Oh, wait. He has never actually watched the original trilogy. Wow. Just a big deal. So, yeah, Focus. There was a Star Wars marathon this weekend, and I sat and watched A New Hope. Dude, that's how... Spoiler, Obi-Wan goes out overall. I thought the movie was great. Good stuff. I'm glad you watched it. I hope watch Empire. You need to watch Empire, man.
Yeah.
He's an actor and director known for Quantum of Solace.
Oh.
I love Quantum of Solace, but I can't remember him in it. That Trust No One. I haven't... Trust No One. I think I've seen Trust No One.
He's not the... Is he... Oh, no, he's not the guy at the end. Is he the... When Bond, the guy who sets up Eva Green and Bond turns up and he's with another Mark. It's not him, is it?
Well, no, Quantum of Solace is... No, didn't he get set up in the end of Casino Royale? Wouldn't that be?
Quantum of Solace is the Rise of Skywalker of those films.
Yeah. Quantum of Solace is the only weak link in those 5 Craig movies, and it's still a bloody good movie. Like I actually,
the last one wasn't my favorite either, but it was significantly better than.
I love the last
one.
I thought it was so bold.
The opening of Quantum of Solace is just stunning. Like the chase, the car chase.
Remind me, I can't remember.
He's got Mr. White in the boot or the trunk, and he's speeding away. It starts right after Casino Royale, and he's having a shootout and a chase, and then he stops and pops the trunk.
You're gonna make me rewatch that. I've got this bad habit of buying 4K Blu-rays and never watching them. I've got the box set right there, in front of me.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
They're fantastic.
Sometimes the deals are too good, you just got to swoop them up when they're there.
I stopped buying DVDs. I got Apple TV, and I just download them. It saves space. It's there. You mightn't get as much extras. You don't get the box, but it's just that space saving.
It's the steel box.
Blu-rays are unmatched, though. Like there's just a certain higher level of quality to them. But that's a smart way to go, Shane. Yeah, it's noticeable for sure. Right,
because they're even like the streaming's like HD and stuff like that. I think so. It's like I'm looking at going, how much better can this get? But
yeah, the gap's closing, but you could still tell the difference.
Right, interesting. But yeah, those Bond films are fantastic. I love them. When I get Axe Woes, I'll make sure to save a few rewards to get it for under retail. Yeah, there you go. And we have another super Luminara. Thank you very much. Currently working on some sewing projects while watching. This is for the cause. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. And let's get you an episode of Visions. Pardon?
You might get to the target tonight.
You never know. Yeah, I think I can actually. I'm trying to see if I can check because I'm not sure how up to date. Does do it in real time because usually there is a bit of a delay, but give me 1 second. I'll just check here. Sorry, folks.
That's
so right. I do think there's a bit of a delay, but we'll have a check anyway. Lifetime. The app is.
In the meantime, we'll talk. Go ahead, Shane.
The app is still delayed. It's like the app is saying around. The app is saying like 793 euro and 37 cent, and I know someone had like just an anonymous donor who wishes to remain anonymous contacted me and just gave $100. Like, so that's about 800. So yeah, it's I'm not sure what I do think this app is a bit behind, but no, I think we're actually close to it. Luminar, thank you very much. And yeah, I saw some photos you put up on Instagram there. You're using kind of like so I think you were mentioning an app or something. Like it looked stunning. It was really cool. So thank you very much for that. I do appreciate it. Focus, it's been a while. It has been a while. Casa, how are you? We got Professoro in the building. Isn't 4K the king ding-a-ling? That's just hilarious. I remember watching PJ streams and they always used to say a live stream isn't a live stream without king ding-a-ling.
That's a fact. I guess there's 8K now, but there's not any physical media 8K that I know of yet, and I don't want to know of because I probably can't afford it.
8K. Have people started protests like that for the 5G? Isn't 8K for mind control? No,
not yet, but just wait for the next election, and I'm sure we'll get there.
Yeah. Sometimes you just have to turn off the world, don't you?
You really do. It's a sad place sometimes, but this is a great community, lots of positivity, contributing to the kids. Come on, this is a great place to be.
Absolutely. Right, so let's get into the kind of the main part of the stream, really. I'll just switch to Sideshow here. It's just handier because that's where a lot of these kind of figures will be easy to access. So before the live stream, I asked you both to outline kind of figures that you are excited about in 2023. So these are like pre-orders, kind of maybe pick out about maybe 5. It doesn't have to be 5. If you want to name 10, you can. But like Gigi might be watching, so
I may have broken her. She may have given up at this point, but we'll see.
She's your lost cause, basically. Is that what she decided?
That's right.
So all I've done here is just typically I've clicked, these are all the hot toys on Sideshow. I've clicked pre-release, and what else filter have I? Just 6 scale, yeah. So again, if you have quarter scale, you can let me know. And these are then filtered it from newest and went to the back. So these ones should be coming out soon because you said Loki is there released, Mech-Tex Tony is still released, and this is released. So yeah, anyone like do you want to maybe start off with one or two there, Alan? What are you really looking forward to? It doesn't have to be hot toys, doesn't have to be 6 scale, it can be third party, it can be whatever. What are you looking forward to in 2023?
So if we were going to go on this page, could you just scroll down a little bit?
Yeah, and I can go on to the previous page as well.
Yeah, well, as I've told you, I have ordered Loki from Sideshow.
Yeah.
I think I used about $140 worth of points on it. So that kind of makes me feel better for getting it. I really like it, but I wouldn't pay top dollar for it, I don't think. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go out and Hong Kong reseller it. Because I want it, but I can wait. So I've got a feeling that that's probably going to be a January release from Sideshow, possibly. Yeah. So I'm really psyched for that, to be fair.
I feel like I shouldn't even be looking at this because we know it's not exactly like this, but just to get an idea so people know. Yeah, so you actually went ahead, so you got this for like 140 off. The Sideshow sort your stuff out. Sorry, Alan, continue talking. I'm going to go do the exact same thing again here. So you actually ordered it from Sideshow, and you reckon January?
I think so, yeah. I'd like it if it was sooner, but I think it might squeak into next year, possibly. So yeah, and my wife actually paid the remaining balance for as a Christmas present, so that was quite nice.
Good stuff.
So I've essentially paid nothing for it personally, apart from my points.
You got the best deal, man. You got the best deal.
We'll see. I'm really looking forward to getting it. To be honest, I'm a big Loki fan. I've got like a little Avengers setup up there. Yeah, I'm looking forward to having it. I've been after an Avengers Loki for years, like since I started collecting. Really, I had to make do with a little Cos baby. I think the likeness is probably better on this.
Yeah, marginally.
Marginally.
No, I'm going to follow in your footsteps because I really like the video that you shared on your story on Instagram. Like it was like a day or two after the Loki, the final product had been revealed, and like you were explaining about how the focal length that was used on the initial photo would have been just like a phone very close up, almost like a fisheye, so it would have distorted the face and stuff like that. Like I think we can all agree it doesn't look like the prototype, And it definitely is a bit different. But I think maybe that first initial photo.
It was an alarming photo to see. You know, as the first image that I saw of the helmet off, I was like, oh wow. You know, and obviously, you know, the initial kind of reaction is that looks horrendous, and then you think, oh well, you know, if you look at the color balance, it's obviously been shot on a phone, and obviously the angle of it, you know, the way it's been distorted, and you go, okay, so the phone, the camera's doing a little bit to it, but still, like, it's not 100% there.
And that's fair as well. Like, and you know your stuff because you are like a photographer by trade. So, but I from seeing just other review, I'm looking forward to watching Justin's review now. But I've watched, I think it's MRC Collectibles, and I've watched a lot of the ones on Instagram where it's literally someone just holding the figure. And yeah, like I think maybe there's a bit of a downgrade. I'm not going to say there isn't, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to get it. I'm in the process of finding the best deal I can find. So you're just on this page here. Obviously, Loki you have committed to. Is there anything else? I'm just going to scroll from the top down here. Is there anything else that isn't released yet that you are looking at going, yeah, that's probably going to happen?
Cyborg, 100%.
Yeah, Cyborg here.
100%.
Yeah.
I've got the you know, the Justice League. Aquaman's been moved for a minute, but it's just that missing piece, and I can't wait to put it in there, to be honest.
And is that the only one you've left to get out of the 6?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you have the Justice League Superman, the blue suit one?
Yeah. He is over there. I popped the little I popped the S. King's kind of angry sculpt on there. Because I thought it was kind of like a nightmare Superman look. I quite like it. Although once the light's on, the whole face lights up, kind of like mine at the minute. But it's warm in here. Yeah, so I might need to kind of fix it. I don't know, put something around the inside of the, you know, inside of the sculpt, because as I said, the whole head just lights up.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no, I've been really looking forward to Cyborg as well.
Good stuff. I think you won't be alone there. Is there anything else on the page that you're like, okay, that's coming home, or like so you seem fairly, you've obviously ordered this and you're very certain on the Cyborg.
Yeah, I would love to get the Batman Begins Batman as well. But I don't know, that the suit kind of makes me really nervous. Like I wouldn't pose it in any extreme poses anyway, but and the slight kind of inaccuracies on it jump out at me. You know, the collar, the cape clips are kind of like.
I saw Dean Knight's review on that, and now I can't unsee it.
Yeah,
I'd love to think that they'll fix it, but I just we're waiting how long for Loki and
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
That was one that'd be on my eye there. Now that would definitely be one that I'll tell you now straight out. I am gonna pick up that Loki. I want the Mech Test Tony with dummy and the Mark II faceplate and the arc reactor piece. And then I'm gonna wait. I think the Batman Begins the perfect one that you don't need to pre-order, that you can wait and see if you like the head sculpt, if you like the accessories. More importantly, did it fix that color? Does it still look like a pigeon? And like that, you give the first night out outfit, or if they fix those pegs, I don't think they will personally, but yeah, that'll be on my radar. Marco, anything on this page? I know you the WandaVision, surely the Scarlet Witch you're looking forward to.
Yeah, probably like an alarming amount of stuff on this page actually. So the Batman Begins, I agree. I'm waiting to see if they fix anything with that. I have my doubts, but if it looks really like stand out, I want to add that. Love that suit. Obviously WandaVision, Wanda, like you said. This Batman and Robin combo, that's one that I was like, when it first was announced, like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then kind of thinking on how much that property meant to me as a kid, although it's like a very flawed movie, and going back and watching it, like it's not particularly good, but just all the all the hype that was around that film, like you'd go to McDonald's and get the cups and all the cross promotion and stuff like it gives me the feels seeing those figures, and then watching the Val Kilmer documentary, and then obviously having him show up, and I won't spoil, but a movie that was recently released, kind of reminded me again how important that is to me. So want to add both of those. The Loki I do have on pre-order. I could cancel without a penalty, but I'm kind of debating if I want to do that or not, because the other Loki, which maybe we'll talk about in a bit, I've kind of got my eye on. So I want to see more data. I need to watch Justin's review. And then the mech test, Tony, waiting for a good deal on that, hopefully.
Yeah, there's a few things there, definitely. Oh, look, we have Dan. I hope he's watching. He gets a little chuckle out of this. I swear a lot, and I try not to swear on my channel, but I love watching LWO. I love the vibe on it. I just find it really easy to listen to, and I love being on the show. And this weekend I'm going to set an alarm. I'm getting to bed early. I'm going to get up and go. But Dan is some man to swear. Like, someone actually went and counted all the F-bombs in Pulp Fiction. It's something crazy. I'm going to do the same thing on an episode of LWO. If he got like $5 every time he swore, he'd be a rich man. I hope he's laughing now at me now, and I hope he doesn't take offense to this. Like, he's gonna be like, I saw you, he's gonna F you. But
Dan is the master of the F word. He'll drop those bombs like they're nothing.
He does it like it's his job. Ash Chase is here. Can't wait for Loki. Batman Forever soundtrack is great. Good stuff. Connor, hi all. New to the hobby, Connor. Get out while you still can. From Northern Ireland, excellent. Not too far from here. Love the channel. Currently have a half a figure a year budget with Spider-Gwen and or 1 to 2 figure a year. Half a figure. What am I thinking? 1 to 2 figure budget a year with Spider-Gwen and Scarlet Witch, which in my collection. Keep it up, man. It's good to hear. And you know what? It's sometimes that's not a bad thing, because then the ones you're buying, they're ones you're just going to love and you're going to cherish and hold on to. So good stuff. I'm glad to see another Irishman up here. I'm dying right now. Are you effing dying, man? Yeah, I'm on your channel next week. I just we're gonna have an F off. That sounds so wrong.
Dang, that's his other catchphrase. Dang.
Yeah. So we're going to switch on to the other. Is there any other ones you want me to take a look at there, or we switch on to the other one? I think we'll switch on to the other one. Because this could be. I'm
pretty sure Toys Wonderland have. I'm sure they're selling the mech test Tony for like $120 or something like that. 123.
I'm going to check that, but I don't know. Is that the one with dummy and the special?
I'm not sure. Actually,
that's what I'm holding off for too. Those special edition pieces kind of make it.
Yeah, those little touches, because especially if like. The three I'm looking for. 3 are actually like that are I could order any day now, like just on the cusp. Are the Loki, the Mark III construction, and the mech test Tony, because I do think that's a nice little workshop setup. Like, because I got that Mark III 2.0 is already ordered. That's coming home. I can't wait for that. Right, so I'm going to flick down through some of these. Marco, do you want to start us off there? Top line, ending that you can say. Try to focus on the ones you're like, okay, these are definitely coming home. It's not like a 50-50. This is a done deal.
So the Black Panther, Goblin, I think those are coming home. But can you keep scrolling down if you wouldn't mind? There's nothing that's jumping out like absolutely love here. Let's see. Okay, so that Chadwick Boseman Black Panther, 100% coming home.
Decent enough value. Decent enough.
Yeah, it really is. Honestly, that's one where, and even this Darth Vader Deluxe, at $330, I feel pretty good about that, because I know we were speculating like $380, pushing $400 for all it comes with. That's one that sticks out to me. Like, that was one of the more hyped releases. We all knew it was coming, but when they actually dropped it with the cracked helmet, pretty blown away by that. Yeah. And the fact that they're using the Rogue One, right? It is. So that's one that I'm incredibly excited for. And this Wolverine as well. Those are probably 2 of my most hyped releases. The fact that they've given us the real leather jacket and the seamless forearms. I always say, like, they kind of peaked on that release in terms of innovation, and then we haven't seen that since. And it's like, where was that company that, got us excited over that release?
Yeah, I hear you. I'll just actually, I'll go through some of mine, and if Alan just don't feel free to cut in. This was the goblin I was looking for. This is the one I was holding out for. Pretty sure I said it like a long time that they were going to do this one. I was very confident they would, and it's the one. This is the one. Love it. Won't really speculate any more than that. I actually have a Killmonger coming in, and I'm also going to get that Chadwick Boseman Black Panther, because then I see, I suppose, the first version of each of them. I want to maybe, I'm not so sure about this Black Panther yet, but highly possible, because then I like the idea of having the three of them, the first appearance there. But the Hobgoblin definitely coming home. And Black Panther, yeah.
No Tyler and Johnson? I know that movie just dropped on Netflix over here.
All right, I actually really want to watch it. Okay, these things look amazing, but this is a total one of those, like, the film would have to blow me away. It would have to be like Matrix level, mind blowing, like, you know, because like I watch a lot of films. I have watched in the past a lot of films with subtitles and stuff. I presume it's subtitled or dubbed, but you know, some foreign films are just amazing. But well, technically, I'm in Ireland. Like, all the films I watch are American, so technically, like, all foreign films are amazing. But like, you know, say films that are coming out of Asia, like the original Old Boy and stuff like that. Have you ever watched the original Old Boy?
Oh gosh, part of me wishes I never did, but yes.
Oh, God, what a film! What a film! So RoboCop, no, because I have the one behind me. Although you never know. But Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, I've ordered the non-deluxe version. I don't need the base. Yeah, these three here are just like, yeah, these, like, I got the three of these off Lion Rock Toys here. So yeah, they're expensive. Alan, anything from down as far as Vader? You're getting the Vader, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. I see I know you shouldn't buy something just because of the picture that you're going to take, but I can see the image in my mind that I want to get with, say, like Vader or even Gore. Like, I didn't like Love and Thunder, but I think that Gore the God Butcher looks great. Like, the sculpt is really good.
The sculpt's very good.
Alan, what's wrong with buying a figure just for the picture you're going to take? That's as good a reason that any of the rest of us have to collect these.
To be fair, a lot of them have come in because of the picture that I want to take of it. It's probably not a good, not financially sensible.
For sure.
Yeah, but like, if anyone's watching who hadn't actually seen your photos, then if they do, when they see your photos, they'll know, okay, yeah, the guy knows what he's talking about. So
thank you.
If I took pictures as good as he did, I'd probably get more figures, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
exactly. You'd be divorced, man. Seriously.
It's a fact.
My wife's getting close.
She's buying your figures. She's enabling your habit, like, so.
True. She said, I've said so many times over the years, like, this last one, and then I'm done, no more. And she just doesn't even listen now. She just says, okay. And then I say, oh, Shane wants me to get like 5 that I'm looking forward to next year. And she's like, I thought you were done.
Oh, no.
I thought we were out. No. Just keeps pulling me back in.
Yeah, the Godfather quote there, just when they
exactly. Pull me back in. Wolverine looks great as well. And yeah, the Mark III. As Marco said, there's an alarming amount that are on these pages that I didn't really kind of think. Dead Strange. Sorry, while we're here, Dead Strange, 100%.
Yeah, that's a stunning looking piece. In fairness,
yeah.
Cad Bane, Shane, that you were circling. That's for sure.
Yeah, Cad Bane. Don't mess with Cad Bane.
Even the new Strange, he looks awesome.
I love this clone trooper. I am, as a trooper collector, I don't collect troopers from the prequels. I have Cody, and it's the only exception. But this one here, I just think this is a really cool design, and you will pick that up sub 200 definitely. I think this would look nice standing next to Cody, just like the poppy yellow and the fact that it comes with 2 helmets. There's a lot of good There's a lot of good stuff coming.
Did we ever get Clint Barton from Hawkeye?
No,
I don't think we did.
Not
we?
yet.
Bespin Luke.
Moon Knight.
And I love the way Besmont, they kind of messed up and gave us the cool base with the cheaper figure. It's like, so this here, it's like, no one wants that dig of a base. The Darth Vader helmet with Luke inside, fair enough, but I'm going to live without that. I'm getting a cheaper one there.
Moon Knight actually is probably a good shot. It depends on how that turned out. I'd kind of be into that.
285. It's not bad
Not
considering
bad at
like
all.
it looks like a unique looking piece. It's not like a price you get excited about, but
Shane, can you go back up to the R2 and C3PO, because the R2 is for sure one I'm adding, but the C3PO is I'm on the fence. I might hold off for a more classic look, but you know, R2 and C3PO would look so good together that I'm almost compelled to add the second one.
I'm going full stubborn optimist on both R2 and C3PO, and holding out for original trilogy kind of style releases. Maybe stupidly, and I'm fully aware that they might just go no, and you'll never see them. You'll never see that gold version possibly, but I suppose
happen.
I'm just comfortable not owning them if they're not the ones that I'm like ones I really want. But I could totally see why people just want to scoop these up. It looks great, the weathering and stuff like this. It looks super. Yeah. So yeah, there's any other
Electro
ones.
looks great.
Electro looks great as well. I don't think I'm going to do it though. I don't think I'm going to do it. Besbin Luke is, you know, a cert. What about the did you order the, I think both of you ordered the Batman, did you? I know you did, Marco. I did.
I went in art with the Batman.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, I went
Marco, did you go
deluxe? I went with deluxe
same.
with the bat signal, and then
Yeah.
also got a sculpted in art version. I just
Man,
really like
this is
that
getting
suit. It
scary
grew on
how
me.
much good stuff is here.
I know this is bankrupt by the end of 23 for sure.
Like this like even this looks great now that they fixed it. It looks, the proportion, the body looks better, the seamless arms, the sculpt is better, and like, come on, that show like that. What's I think that do you really want it? Wigwam, I think the name of the band is, or something like that. That intro.
Legendary intro.
Right.
This guy, this is kind of one like that. I'm waiting to see if they fix the sculpt, but it
Yeah.
doesn't really matter. Like, I'd say, I think in this one, like, I hope they do make it, you know, better, because it really wasn't great. But you put the glasses on that, I don't really think it'll make a difference.
It looks great, man. It'd be a great centerpiece, I think.
Yeah, and just the movable tentacles is such a cool touch. Like,
It's gonna be a
actually,
banger
you
for
can move.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that has potential, I think, for figure of the year if it's done right.
That Fennec Shand, I will say, that's one that I was like, oh, okay, do I need? She looks really great though. If she comes out as strong as a prototype, it's one that I'd highly consider.
Yeah, the head sculpt's fantastic. This one just dropped. I have this one on order, this Spider-Man here, the battling version. I just really like the upgraded suit, and I just love battle damage, and that base, that is just simple but cool. Definitely overpriced looking at it now, but I think I got it a bit cheaper than that. Catwoman, very hard to say no to Dark Knight figures, isn't it?
I'm not a fan of that Catwoman at all though, luckily. But give me
Just
a
the figure,
banger,
or in
please.
general?
Actually, a little bit of both. I do like the actress, but yeah, the figure, I'm not a huge fan of the rooted hair.
Gotcha.
The base looks great. I think the base could be great. Can you compare
I
Batman?
think it's
You're not
sculpted
wrong.
at the front, and then it's just straight at the back, which would be
Okay.
unique. I think maybe you might get away. Like I think that one, like I'm like you, like Marco. I'm not a fan of rooted hair, and the in-art Joker, just because it won me over just how realistic it looks. So with that one there, the Anne Hathaway Catwoman, it's actually, I think it's sculpted in the front and then straight at the back. I could be wrong on that, but yeah.
Then it would be similar to my only rooted hair figure currently, the Golden Armor Wonder Woman, where you've got ways to hide the rooted hair. It doesn't become like a predominant feature of the figure. So in that case, I guess it's okay.
Just going to address some of these chats. Sideshow, 3PO and R2 are good for the price on the shelf. You can't tell they're plastic. Good to know. Return of the Jedi 40th, 2023. Hot Toys will deliver some great figures. Howard Chan's favorite. Yeah, good stuff. Moon Knight is a sleeper. And that Catwoman will fit nice on the Bat Pod. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, 1 second. I'm only after seeing your messages there, Alan.
Sorry. Oh, sorry.
I'm only have to see. Yeah. Your Wi-Fi's okay, yeah. All right.
Yeah, I was just eating. President
So-
Loki. Actually, I'm kind of. I actually had that pre-ordered, and I'd used the points on that, and then I cancelled
Yeah,
that
that looks pretty good.
and
You're
used
going
it.
to cancel it?
Well, I did cancel it, and I got my points back and used it on the 2012 Loki.
Ah, I see. Yeah.
So I'm swapping Lokis like it's like no one's business.
Yeah.
But I really do like the look of President Loki. I think
Yeah, the tailoring looks super,
yeah,
doesn't it?
looks great, doesn't it?
It's really good.
Mm.
It's so impressive, like that they don't end up like looking kind of like
Like too
bulky
poofy.
Michelin mans. Yeah.
You can even pop the hand off, and there you go.
Say again.
Pop the hand off and put it in the crocodile's mouth.
There you
All
go.
right. I love the way the crocodile has a little crown.
Yeah.
The integrated suit, I'm definitely probably, I'd say I'm alone on this one, but I do want to get the basic versions of all three integrated: Tom, Andrew, and Toby. I don't want any of the bases or the lizards or the Sandman or anything like that, and just I want them posed together as if they're having a conversation, holding their
And
masks.
those are the ones.
Sorry?
Yeah, sorry about that. Those the non-deluxe are the most likely to go bargain bin
Yeah.
as well too, right? Like if we wait on
Yeah.
those, you might get a good deal.
Hopefully, I've locked in the Toby, and I need to lock in the Andrew from a Hong Kong reseller. I might see if Lion Rock can hook me up. This one I'm definitely going to wait on though, because I do think that this one it'll go cheap.
We might see him in his next movie by the time that one comes out.
Yeah,
So that Loki
Yeah.
is the Loki for me right there. The TVA Loki. I think I really like the
Yeah.
retro look. I know he looks like a civilian, Shane. So you're gonna give me some shit there. But,
with a head sculpt like that though, I mean, if it turns out like that, who cares? And he's got style as well. He's got that kind of sock
It's
tie thing
sharp.
going
I
on.
quite like it.
Yeah,
I like the way the collar just like extends all the way down. It's the collar of the shirt, which I didn't really notice first time. It was only when I saw the figure and the collar just it goes right. It doesn't end there. It's just kind of.
Okay, I have to click into this, even though they're going to send me back. So
I like the jacket as well. The jacket looks really cool.
the jacket's cool too, and I really enjoyed this series.
Oh,
I
I
thought
see
the
what you
series was
mean now.
Yeah,
It's like the collar is here and goes
Yeah, it
across.
goes all the way down.
Ah, that's unique.
Strange, isn't it? I like it. I quite like it.
Yeah.
I think
Like
Marco's right though. I think it's probably the one to have. Looking at it,
It's going to have what?
it's going to be the one to have. I think.
Oh, that head sculpt's amazing. I really hope it turns out like that. Like it doesn't even have to be improved, just like that. That'll be
Just like that.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm gonna go. I've got to do all this stuff again because I don't think I can.
Oh, no.
I click back, and then oh no, it didn't work. Great. I don't know what
nice.
happened the last time.
Sylvie, I think Sylvie's going to be a banger as well.
Yeah.
If,
Yeah,
again,
they're
if
together.
if it looks like that,
Mm.
Marty McFly.
I'm glad I don't collect Back to the Future. The
I know.
DeLorean is absolutely stunning looking, but yeah,
Just can't,
there's a lot.
can't stress too.
Like even the Mark One looks super. The
Yeah.
Mandalorian Luke. A lot of this is. I still think a lot of this stuff's going to sit.
Yeah, probably that Mando Luke will sit at this point because there's so many Lukes
Yeah.
coming out, right? It's
Yeah.
going to be a banger of a figure, but it's just oversaturation.
And that Snowspeeder Luke, it's going to be hard to beat a better Luke. Even like I am going to get Bespin original trilogy, pose it next to. That's a great thing about that Vader. Like you could put like the non-battle damage stuff on it, and he'll stand in for an original trilogy Vader. Yeah, granted it's not the same, but he'd look great next to Bespin Luke. Or you could battle damage him up and stand him next to. Hopefully, if they fix that Kenobi, Ahsoka Tano. That's one of the ones I'm really looking forward to. That's locked in. I've been waiting since Christ was a boy for that one. So yeah,
Sam Wilson cap as well. That's
Cannot wait for that one. That's a beautiful figure.
look at that.
yeah. Like I have yet to order a figure from a Marvel TV show because I just don't tend to go back to them. But this was the one that I was like, if I had to order one, it has it all. It's going to pop on the shelf. It's got hopefully that great head sculpt.
And I don't even know that this suit looked that great on screen, but as a figure,
I don't think it
looks
looked great on
incredible.
screen. I thought it looked very foamy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like it looked very much like he should have been standing next to A-Train and Homelander. And, you know when you watch like Okay, The Boys. Come on, The Boys is arguably the best show on TV. It's one of them.
No
And
doubt.
it's so good, the drama and the acting and everything. But it's like real, like it's. I know it's supposed to be tongue in cheek, kind of like, yeah, this is ridiculous. Like this is how it actually would go down if people had superpowers, and their suits are kind of, you know, silly looking, like A-Train's is anyway. Like, but this, I thought this kind of looked on screen a little bit A-Trainer or a Homelander or something like. But
I disagree.
as a figure, it looks stunning.
It translates well, doesn't it?
It's so good. This is like, I really hope they don't mess this up. Yeah.
That's an awesome one.
You're not alone, Focus. Michael, I can't read that without Michael Jackson coming into my mind. You know, I'm eyeing up that I'm still singing this. I actually literally am singing all this in my head, the Michael Jackson song. I'm eyeing up that integrated suit Spidey 2. No base though. Yeah, I think so. S-Beam wants the Morbius figure. The Morbius figure, in its defense, I haven't seen the movie. I've heard not great things, but the figure looks good. I figure like it does look. It's like into that kind of zombie line.
Do you get like bats with it? Were they kind of like? Was it an accessory for the base?
Yeah.
Man, you could use that for Batman. I think I heard someone else talk about that, and I was like,
yeah,
such a good idea.
I wonder, like, if Toy Anxiety get it and take it apart, those bats are gonna be gone. Like,
we're gonna go batty for them.
Yeah. That is right up my dad joke humor. Good stuff. Is there anything else you want to chat about before we round it out? Anything else you want me to focus on? No pun intended.
To be fair, if I was going to go for a Luke Skywalker, it would probably be the Mandalorian. Even though the head sculpt is more modeled on the CGI version, I think just in the black robes and the green lightsaber, I think it just looks so badass.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm going to find it hard to say no to this.
And I love that they made the robe black, right? Just like we all thought it was when he showed up.
Yes,
when we watched it as a kid. It was like such a nice touch.
Look at
that. Yeah.
Look at that.
And
so
I
cool.
think you need a CCFL lightsaber for this.
Did they've started doing LED ones, haven't they? Or have they not?
This was before that.
Oh,
but it'd be
before?
great if they give us an upgrade, if they just released it and had... It's Hot Toys. It wouldn't be a very Hot Toys thing to do, would it?
Not at all.
Yeah. I didn't mind this. I didn't mind this. I know people were criticizing the CGI, but I was like, you just gave the ultimate fan service.
Yeah.
And like de-aged him. I thought it looked great, but it looked so much better in Book of Boba.
Oh god,
Scary good.
Yeah. As we've established, like, I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan. But as soon as it was kind of building up, and I was like, "Is this fucking Luke Skywalker?" And I was like, "Oh!" My mind was just it blew my mind.
I thought I loved the music as well, but I think people were kind of saying they didn't like they didn't use the typical Luke theme, but I actually really liked the music.
Yeah, it fit the Mandalorian style, didn't it?
See this now. This the type of thing now that would have me tempted to get that Attack of the Clones R2, because I would like an R2 to pair with this, but then again I would like to exercise patience and get an actual more original trilogy style R2. This looks,
I kind of like the weathered R2 as well, though, right? Like, and also I wouldn't be opposed to having two R2s. I know that's how you get out of this game really quick.
That's
by
R2
thinking.
squared.
There you go.
Just ignore me.
All right, but no, I love that. But yeah, but I like the weathered look. But yes, this is the exact display I have in mind. Yeah. R2 with Luke, like they just go so well together. So that's why like C-3PO maybe isn't needed necessarily.
Yeah, R2 goes a lot. Even R2 next to Snowspeeder Luke.
Yeah,
would look great.
True.
You need those LED lightsabers.
That's the pose, isn't it? Like arms crossed. Go back one more. That one.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. There's a lot you can do with this.
Yeah. To be fair.
Yeah, folks, we're gonna round it off there. I'd just like to thank both of my guests, and I just have to bring this back up again. Like, where is this guy? He's up here somewhere now. I just have to go back to the. Sorry, I just have to thank you to everyone. But this is the type of generosity. Just thank you so much. Thank you to everyone. Whether you super chatted or not, thank you everyone for being here, for taking the time to watch any videos, like any videos, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so already, really would appreciate if you subscribe to 16 Figure Focus on YouTube and follow at 16 Figure Focus on Instagram. And now to my guests. I want to see. I want to just make sure I do this right now. I do have 16 Fix here. Right. So Marco, talk to us. What's coming up in your channel? And thank you very much for being here. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for the invitation. Really appreciate you hosting. Gigi and I should be dropping an episode of the She Said No podcast here soon. We like to pre-record those, but we might go live again because the Halloween special we did, we got a lot of positive feedback from it. So look out for one of those this week. She's got a lot of pent-up frustration with all the boxes showing up. So yeah, should be a fun episode for her and the audience and not so much for me. But so we got that coming up. Hoping to do another episode of Bargain Bin Bros here in the near future, since there's a lot
Friday,
of it's.
Yeah.
There you go. So Friday.
Yeah.
Look for that on my channel if you wouldn't mind, or yours. And then also catch me on Collecting Weekly just about every Tuesday. So tomorrow night, and then LWO on Friday nights. And then one other video I want to plug. I want to do a collection outlook video for Wakanda Forever. We've only received the one announcement from the film, but I'm looking for a lot of other figures. So really wanted to talk about other figures I want from that line. But yeah, go check us out at 16 Fix. I think we're almost at 500 subscribers. So you could be our 500th subscriber if you go check us out over there.
Well, when you hit like 498, I'm going to unsubscribe. And I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until I see 499, and then I'm going to be your 500.
I think we might be at 498 right now. So
I think we should check that live. I like checking things live. It's nice when things happen live. So 16 Fix, you actually have it's 1//, isn't it? Yeah, 1//. I might go subscribe to this guy.
There you go.
You're on 498. On 498.
Okay,
so
we're almost there.
2 away. Alan, have you done the right thing?
I think I have, yeah. I think I already have. Unfortunately, sorry, I couldn't be 499.
No, all good.
I subscribed to my dummy account as well, so it's like
there you go.
Yeah. Thanks very much, Marco. I do appreciate you being here today. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
And 16 there we go. Alan.
Hello.
What are you taking photos of recently?
Not much, to be honest. Kind of in a bit of a holding pattern at the minute. I'm just waiting for that in-art Joker to come in. I think I said on the last stream I was on, like I'm just kind of putting all of my kind of creative energy. I'm hoping it just comes like flowing out when that comes in.
Yeah, I you could do that in your own time, right? So like, sorry, I couldn't resist. No, that's sounds great, because I'd imagine if there's going to be a figure that is going to inspire a talented photographer like yourself, it's going to be that in-art Joker.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
Yeah. And I know you focus on. Sorry, I know you focus on like head sculpts and portraits.
Yeah.
For that, like, would you make an exception and go like deep into like the patterns on the suit or the weaponry?
I've got some things in mind.
Good. I like to sound that.
Changing it up a little bit. But yeah, I've got some. I can see the image in my mind. I'm just going to make it happen.
Good stuff.
And I'm waiting on a Bruce Wayne sculpt. I think it was by is it AGGGGG on Instagram? I think he's in there. There probably is.
GGGGG.
He's like he does a lot of like awesome sculpts and stuff like that. And I'm waiting on a Bruce Wayne one to come because I have a body without a head. So as soon as he arrives,
I see.
It's going to go on that, and I cannot wait to take pictures of it because it looks amazing.
Is that the Daft Toys kit you
have? It is, yeah.
Oh, I saw that too. I was really impressed. I was really impressed by the tailoring.
It's really cool, man. I can't remember what the body that I used. I'm not like a big I don't kind of kit bash a lot. But when I saw the sculpt for the DX19, I thought I've got to use it. Yes. And yeah, I grabbed the Daft Toy set. I got the tie from a guy on Instagram who does ties. But it's really cool.
It's really funny where you're holding that up, right? Yeah. It looks really tiny, but then you can see your head in it. Like, so.
Baby. So yeah, I'm gonna pop that on there and get some shots of it. And yeah, hopefully this week, fingers crossed.
Hey, you love
Marco,
to see it. Thank you all.
Congratulations.
Appreciate that.
Good stuff.
Thank
There
you.
we go.
Yeah.
I love when the crowd weigh in and the support. Good stuff. Celebrations.
Hey.
Nice when things like that happen.
We did it.
My people, appreciate y'all.
Stefan celebrating with you as well. Guys, thanks very much to the two of you. I really appreciate it. Congratulations, Marco. That's a lovely milestone. That's like that's one of the big ones, really, isn't it? Like, you know, I mean, it's tough, even like getting to the first 10 are tough, and the first 100 I find that really tough. Like, but now, like, you know, it's 500. That's you're
Off to
getting
the
there.
races.
Next up, 1,000.
There we go. We're cooking now. So yeah, appreciate all the
exactly.
support from you
Momentum.
and the community. Yeah, happy milestone. I was doing a little soccer clap to myself and watching all that World Cup, and it's always a weird thing when they go to the crowd and clap like that, but had to replicate it.
I get you. Guys, thank you very much, and we'll be doing another. Yeah, we're gonna do like some sort of like a bargain bin bros this Friday at 5 p.m. What's coming up on my channel? I'm not going to do videos on Vision or the Hydro Stomper or Wolves because we just spoke about them there. I'm just going to keep the ear to the ground for releases. I have done a lot of shorts recently. Just give like, it's very basic. I put the box behind the turntable, put the figure on the turntable, let it spin around, talk about it for a minute. It's like a 1 minute rapid fire review. So if you want to check out them, if there's any figures you're interested in getting and you know that I have them, they'll be popping up on my short section on my YouTube now. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And thank you very much for everyone for participating and the generous super chats from everyone. That's us done. So we'll see you. See you, folks.